Yes, muli mutya basebo ne bannyabo, Rahmat Kiwaneeno. Bannayuganda bannange muli mutya kansweno muli bulungi. Olunaku olwaleero lwe lunaku olw'okulonda. Tugenda kuba tulonda omukulembeze anaasalawo ebiseera bya Uganda emyaka 5 egijja mu maaso olunaku olwaleero. So naye mbasaba tugende tulonde bulungi n'obwegendereza, twebeereremu bannaaye. Mbasaba tugende twebeereremu Uganda tusobole ogiteeka mu mikono emituufu gy'erina okubeeramu. Mbasaba mukuume eddembe, mubeere baddembe, mubeere bakkakkamu, tusobole okusigalawo nga tuli balamu. Tetukola buvuyo, tugende tubeere bakkakkamu, Uganda etunyumire. Tetukola buvuyo bunaatuviirako kulumizibwa oba okulumya abantu abalala. Tugende tulonde mu ddembe ng'omukulembeze we yagamba, we yayimbako wali edda agamba, nsaba okulonda kubeere kwa ddembe, awo Uganda etunyumire. Osegedde kino simanyi kuyimba. Naye byali bigambo bya mukulembeze. So tugende tukuume eddembe nga tulonda, tubeere bakkakkamu, tulonde bulungi, tulonde enkyukakyuka tusobole okukyusa Uganda yaffe. Saaza kakati ekiriwo saaza kakati Uganda amagye geetolodde buli wamu, gali buli wamu, osegeera. Mpulira batandise okuwamba bajjenti ba Nuupu mu bitundu ebimu ekitali kirungi ku lunaku nga luno wano eno. Naye byonna bye bapulaninga Katonda abiri waggulu. So ffe tubeere bakkakkamu. Tubeere bakkakkamu, akalulu tukayina. Teri agambayo. Osegedde ekintu ekyo. Teri agambayo. Mpozi n'ekirala bannaaye, tugende tutiikinge umbrella, tugende tulonde Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, tugende tulonde enkyukakyuka bannaaye. Tetukola era. Okitegedde ekintu ekyo. Tulina okugenda tulonde enkyukakyuka, tusobole okukyusa Uganda yattu, tusobole okunyumirirwa mu Uganda nga tuli balamu ffenna bannaaye. Njagala kubawaayo ebigambo bino mubiwulirize. Ebigambo bino mubiwulirize. Kandabe wano. Njagala kubawaayo ebigambo bya Professor Lumumba, mubiwulirize. Okay? Kabiri nakalabye wa.
Harms the people. It undermines democracy when competition is not about ideas. It's about who has the deepest pocket. Then the country cannot grow. I'm therefore this morning submitting to us that we are in a bad space in many African countries as regards the quality of the politics that we operate. And it's not lost on me that in many African countries today, politics is about life and death. And the competition is cutthroat competition, and throats are actually cut. I'm not speaking figuratively. Throats are actually cut in political contest. Has it not been lost on you that in the recent past, in very few African countries,
look, 1 minute wabulangu waneno.
Ever here in many African countries that a loser has picked a phone and called the winner and said, brother, we had a good competition.
Listen.
The people spoke. The lingua franca after every African election is won. The elections have been stolen. They have been rigged. So in Africa, elections are either stolen or rigged. They are never lost nor won. And why? The reason is very simple. It is cutthroat. It is not a competition of ideas. It is a competition for occupying a lucrative casino so that the political office, the state house or the government house is a casino where gambling is perpetuated on a daily basis, and everyone wants to be in control of that casino. So until the day that we are able, Mwalimu Nyerere saw these things. He said, he said that state house is a holy place. He said in Kiswahili, he said it better. He said, Ikulu ni mahali patakatifu. Ikulu ni mahali patakatifu. The state house is a holy place, and we must never convert it into a den of thieves. And one can extend that to parliament. Parliament is a holy place, and it must not be a den of thieves. We must not build governments where we have Alibaba and 40 thieves. In fact, they are no longer 40. Since Alibaba went there, we now have Alibabas and many other thieves. Until
bana olwaleero nga tugenda okulonda, tutulonda ababbi, tutulonda abanyaguluzi bannaaye abamazewo ensi yaffe. Tugende tulonde enkyukakyuka mu Uganda, buli kimu kisobola okutambulira ku beesi yakyo ku nnomu, like tusobole okunyumirwa every moment in Uganda. Okay? Tugende tukikinge umbrella, tulonde Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu ng'omukulembeze waffe omujja. Tugende tulonde bulungi, omala okulonda beerawo paka we banaabala akalulu nga wooli. Topapa kuvaawo kubanga wonna opapa okuvaawo by'onaaba olonze binaaba tebikyagasa nga tebikyakola makulu. Ogenda kuba olondedde bwereere like ng'otawaanidde bwereere. Osegeera ekintu ekyo, tugende tulonde tubeerewo tukume akalulu. Okay. Katoyongere n'emboozi ya Lumumba waneeno.
We eliminate Alibabaism from our politics, we are going nowhere. And as
tugende tulonde bulungi bannaaye olwaleero, tugende tubeere bakakkamu. Tulina okubeera abakakkamu kubanga omukulembeze gw'olonze bw'anaaba ng'ayiseemu nga naye ggwe obulamu bwo obulagajjalidde, binaaba tebikugasizza nga ggwe omuntu. Osegeera ekintu ekyo, tugenda kulonda ensi yaffe etunyumire.
I want to submit to us that there are ways of ensuring that we eliminate commercialization from the political arena. I know that there are many things that have been done in different countries. There were times when we thought that we should limit electoral expenditure, which is a good thing. We ask people how much you spend in election. We know what it is that would be expended when you are presidential candidate, when you are a member of parliament, when you are a councillor, but there is a sense in which Chinua Achebe was right. Chinua Achebe, writing in 1958, said of a bird amongst his Igbo people that since man has learned to shoot without missing, Eneke the bird has learned to fly without perching. So there is a sense in which now that we have made the laws, the politicians have also perfected the art of ensuring that they expend beyond the prescribed expenditure without being caught. But that is a step in the right direction. The other one is sensitization of the people. The people themselves must be sensitized. I said at the outset that one of the problems in Africa is the assumption, and I want to repeat to us, perhaps we are the better lot, but there is a sense in Africa in which the politician, whether they say it or not, actually believe that we, the electorate, are a bunch of nincompoops. They believe so. Many African politicians actually hold the electorate in great contempt. They think we don't think. And because they have hypnotized us in countries where ethnicity has taken root, they remind us that, you know, if you elect me, then our tribe is safe. If you elect me, then it is our tribe's turn to eat. So we believe that even if he is a thief, he is our own thief. I'm saying that what we must realize, whether we are in Uganda, whether we are in Kenya or Ethiopia, what we must recognize is that going forward, when we don't have good roads, those good roads, when we don't have good roads, the bad roads will affect all of us. It doesn't matter which tribe you come from. When you can't get medicine in hospital, it is not because of your tribe that you'll get treated. When you don't have good schools, the schools are bad for everybody. And therefore, the time for us is to wake up. You know, I'm now beginning to see people waking up. Look at what is happening in Algeria. The Algerians are saying, telling their leader, oh, you may have been God's gift to us, but even the gods are now tired.
This was from Professor Lumumba. This is Lumumba's message.
And it's not only in Algeria that they are saying that. In Sudan, they are telling the Sudan, we know that you may have been God's gift, but the gods now want you. In South Sudan, which has been at ease for has not been at ease for a long time. Just this weekend, the two leaders have now recognized that the matter is very spiritual. They have gone to the Vatican for a spiritual retreat. Things are beginning to get serious. And ladies and gentlemen, Africa can be great. Africa must be great. But in order for Africa to be great, we must inject what I've called at a different setting, we must inject hygiene in our politics. And there is something to learn from every civilization. One of the things that we can learn from the Western countries, which is positive, is that to a large extent they have now made competition in their political arena a competition of ideas. So that in many Western countries, a leader sees public office as an opportunity for service. So that when there is a vote in the United Kingdom as to whether they should leave or not, and they vote to leave, the young David Cameron leaves office. Can you imagine an African president saying, I'm now resigning because I lost the vote?
Museveni cannot do that.
I did not vote. It is the people who voted.
Yeah.
They do it, and there is something to learn from it. Look.
Why choose the negotiation?
So, ebigambo bya Paul Lumumba bannaye tugende mu maaso nabyo.
in that area of Brexit. Their prime minister said, if you approve my plan, I will leave office. Oh, Mother Africa, where are your sons and daughters who are capable of saying that, Mother Africa? We can learn from the West. That is a competition of ideas.
Indeed.
Go to countries such as the Netherlands.
Indeed.
The prime minister rides to work. Oh, Africa. If you should see the convoy of an African minister, not a president, I'm not touching the presidents. The presidents are in a different world. The African minister will never queue. Oh, he's anathemic. Oh, the African minister is a demigod. Oh, Africa. The African counselor in your rural home, when they go to churches, not even if it is not their denomination, they saunter to the front.
Hello. Ta mini ya fisi ya mini. So banaye badde mpozi ya Paul Lumumba naye nga mbakuutira bannaye nga neekuutira tugende tulonde bulungi tugende olunaku olwaleero lwe lusalirawo ebyenkyukakyuka bya Uganda egenda kubeera etya after 5 years. So njagala basiibula beere bulungi for God and my country. May God bless Uganda. I love you guys.